Now, today, the top court for the United Nations has opted not to order a ceasefire. However, the court did rule that Israel do everything it can to prevent acts of genocide against Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The case was brought forth by South Africa earlier this month. In the decision, the International Court of Justice decided not to throw out the case and ordered measures to protect Palestinians in Gaza. The court ruled that Israel must try to limit death and damage. Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Maliki said in a televised speech today that they welcome the provisional measures ordered by the ICJ.
It is a significant milestone and a historic step towards the Palestinian people and towards their just cause for justice and towards ending this atrocity and genocide that's happening now against our people in Gaza.
Senior to the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also spoke on the matter.
Israel always has been and will continue to be committed to international law, the international rules of armed conflict, international humanitarian law. That's part of our DNA, irrespective of any ICJ judgment. That's what we're doing. But we are also committed, as the Prime Minister said, to fighting this ruthless, brutal terrorist enemy that is committing a double war crime.
South Africa also asked for Israel to take reasonable measures to prevent genocide and allow access for desperately needed aid. And closer to home, more reactions from Jewish leaders and a local support organization for Gaza are coming out. Some calling the action a small victory with a lot more to do. 13 WREX's Shannon Taylor explains.
We're happy. We're looking at it as a small victory. There's still a long way to go, but there is that recognition that there is at least a threat of genocide.
That was the reaction to the ICJ's decision from Lamas Diab, a Palestinian American who was born and raised in Rockford after her parents made the move in 1978. As a member of the Rockford for Palestine group, Diab has participated in several protests across the country, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza after losing her family in November.
She asked us to pray for them, and then unfortunately a few days later, the apartment building that they were sharing was completely bombed and destroyed, and 70 lives were lost, and the entire family line was lost.
Located on the east side of Rockford is Temple Bethel, a Jewish church led by Rabbi Bina Wing, who has friends living in Israel. She says the decision to opt a ceasefire is not the only thing that needs to be done.
I don't think that the goal is to eliminate the Palestinian people. I think the goal is to eliminate Hamas.
And believes the next main mission moving forward should be to focus on reuniting more families.
That's at the top of most people's agenda within the Jewish world is the release of the hostages. And then I think there has to be a lot of serious conversation about what happens next in Gaza.
An answer many will be waiting for. In Rockford, Shannon Taylor, 13 WREX.
Rockford for Palestine will continue to advocate for a ceasefire until more is done to stop the war overseas. The group plans to hold a peaceful protest at the Chicago Rockford International Airport tomorrow at 1 o'clock.